Hi everybody, happy Monday. I'm back with a Monday Musings video again, and today I'm going to play around with Tim Holtz's Burlap Panel set. It's a set that it comes in with 4 of them, and I only have 3 of them right here. My granddaughter, oldest granddaughter, Hannah, used one, and I took a picture of it, so I'll put a picture of it on the blog of what she did with hers. So I have this one, and I'm going to use some older stamp sets and some new. So I'm going to use this Artful Voyage stamp set, and I think I might use the compass. And then from Stuff to Say, I pulled out Dare to Dream, so I might use that on that one. And then on this small one, I thought that I would use this brand new Time Traveler set, kind of put him a little bit on here like that. And I also have the deck of cards, so I might use those on it. I don't know yet. And then on this one, I'm going to use the Papillon stamp from the Papillon stamp set. And I might use the swirl from the Floral Tattoo. So let's see. And I've got some archival ink in black and in sepia, and I've got vintage photo, and black soot distress ink, and I've also got evergreen bough, because the combination of vintage photo and evergreen bough makes the most beautiful aged patina combination that I've ever seen. So I'm going to use that. So, and I've also got right next to me, I've got my Tim Holtz little trinket case, and I've got all kinds of things in there, and I'm going to be digging through there to add embellishments as I go. So that's going to be off to the side. So if you hear me digging, that's what I'm digging in. So I'm going to start with the Papillon word stamp, and I'm going to put it on this thin stamp block because I like that better. And I'm going to use my archival sepia on this. So first I'm going to ink it up. It's a little bit harder to use these large ink pads, but that's just what I happen to have. So I'm going to ink it up as best I can. And I'm going to start here in the corner stamping. And the nice thing about these panels is that there's a hardwood backing to it, so you don't have the push down that you would have with canvas or burlap panel. So it's very easy to stamp on. So I've got that, and I really don't think I've got enough ink on it. So let me try doing it this way to ink it as well as I can. Get enough ink on there. And let's go again. And it's kind of okay if it's upside down or not. And it's okay whether it really comes through or not, because this is just something that's background, you know, and it's not supposed to take center stage. So let's ink one more time. And I'm going to put the top half on this side and the bottom half on this side. Okay, so now I've got this as a background. Okay? And so I'm going to put this back on its set, and let's go ahead and use this stamp as well. And I think I'm going to use that in the evergreen bough. So let me get another stamp block. Now I'm experimenting, so if this doesn't work out, then, you know, it doesn't. But let's see what we get by putting evergreen bough strawberries on. I said strawberries. Oh my goodness, I meant butterflies. Okay, so let's give this a good push. I like it. Oh, I like it. I'm so glad that I chose to do the evergreen bough. I hope you can see that. That's part of that patina combination with vintage photo, and even though we're using sepia, it still looks good with it. So I'm going to do that again. Oh, a good happy accident. So, and I'm going to put it, going to offset it just a little bit. Put it here in the center. Okay, so basically you can't see these stamps that I'm putting on here, but it's background and it's color, and it's what makes a collage, is layers upon layers of things. Okay, so I'm done with that stamp. Now I'm going to use my floral tattoo swirl, and let's try that also in the evergreen bough, but I think that I'm going to mostly want to put this on darker. I might even use this in the black, but let's go ahead and just put it in this corner and see what we get. Yeah, it's there, but I don't like that so much. Okay, so I'm just going to let that dry down, and I'm going to ink this up now in black soot. And I think that'll get me the look that I'm wanting. And I'm going to put it in the very same place and just go right over top of that evergreen bough right there. So let's give it a good push down and straight up. Yep, that'll do it. And I'm going to go for a little bit darker for the, I'm going to use the archival. On it, and I'm going to put it up in this corner, part of it on the burlap as well, and that's what I want. See, layer upon layer. We've got a background layer of our sepia ink in the Papillon script, and then we've got another layer on top of that of the evergreen bough. And now we've got this in the black archival. So I'm going to come back down here and hit this again with the black archival because it stayed in the background with the black soot. And I didn't want that to be in the background. So I'm going to carefully set this back down that same place. That's what I want. Got it. Okay, so I think I'm done with that stamp. Move that over to the side. And now, before I go any farther, I'm going to work on edging. So I'm going to get out my vintage photo and my applicator. And now I'm going to come over here and start at the edges, and I'm going to put some color on these edges, including the burlap. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to move into the edges of the paper here just a little. Put some color on that, and you will see that vintage photo interacting with the evergreen bough. I'm going to be careful because archival ink takes a little longer to dry, so I don't want to smear my flourish. Okay, next I'm going to come back with black soot, and I'm going to get the edges, just the corners. in black soot. Okay, and then I'm going to just barely hit that edge, right on the edge. Okay, so what I'm doing is building a frame. Now, last but not least, here comes our evergreen bough again. Before I do that, I'm going to hit this with a shot of hot air. Because I want my previous inking to be dry. Okay, now I'm going to ink up my applicator with evergreen bough. Now I'm going to come in here and work this in with the vintage photo. Just hit and miss here and there, and build that beautiful patina. You see? Now I'm going to add some embellishments. I have some graphic 45 butterflies. I think I have 2 sizes. Maybe I have 3. Is this the same size? Let's see. Yeah, that's the same. So let's see if I may only have 2 sizes. Yeah, just 2. Okay. So, and you never want just an even number of something. So, I think I will use 2 small ones and 1 large. Okay, now my brads, I can't put through the canvas because they're, it's hard. It's a hard canvas. So I'm just going to put them into the butterfly and open the back, and then I'm going to do a little bending of my butterfly's wings, and I'm going to take I have to grab it, my glossy accents, and I'm going to spread that out on the back. Maybe let me make sure I have an open spout here. There we go. So now I'm going to spread this liberally on the back of my butterfly. And I'm going to glue him down up here. And this is my large butterfly. Okay? So make sure that you have enough of the butterfly in contact with the surface. So I'm holding down while I'm changing just a little bit of my bendiness. Okay. And then another brad, and I'm going to do the same thing. Going to splay out the brad in the back. Alright, and then I'm going to again add glossy accents.
Hey, I gotta go to CVS to red box. Are you keys in the car? Because we're about to go get the movie and take the other one back.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to set that right about here. And again, I want to make sure that I have enough of the surface of my butterfly in contact. And then one more, and I don't know if I have another brad like that. I do, but I think I might do something just a little different here. I'm going to go ahead and bend it, and let's see, maybe there. Okay, and I'm going to glue it down. then I'm going to come over here and dig and find a pen nib, and I'm going to put it there for the middle of my butterfly, there, of the third one. So I'm going to put a glossy accents glue on there and glue them down. There we go. So there is my papillon canvas, burlap canvas. I think I'm done with it, but just in case I'm not, the first thing I do need to do is let my glossy accents glue set. So let's put it off to the side, and let's go to work on this small one. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to use the same inks. I'm going to go around my edges. I'm going to do this first with the vintage photo. Okay, let's get a little bit on the inside. Next up is the black soot. For the corners. And the very edge. Okay, then we come back with our evergreen bough. And I'm going to hit and miss this. So there, very quickly I have my aged patina. Alright, now I think I'm going to choose this guy, but I also want to put the gearworks and the luggage in the background. So what I'm going to use again is the sepia archival ink, and hopefully it won't be as hard to ink this stamp up because it's a little smaller. So I'm going to put that on there, and I'm going to pull out, let's see, I'm going to pull out the very thin stamp blocks that I made with packaging and put that on there. And now I can move my stamp around and get ink on it. Okay. So let's put that right about here in this corner. I really like these very thin plastics for my stamp blocks. Okay, so we've got that there. Looks like it moved around a little bit. It got a little bit fuzzy, but I'll just keep moving forward. So now let's ink this stamp up. Put it across the top. Much better. Much better. Wish that one would come out better. That was my fault. I think I moved it too much. Okay, now this one, this guy, I'm going to stamp him in the black archival, because those two stamps were the background and this stamp is the foreground. So let's ink them up. I'm going to put him down right on top of everything else. And move it straight up. There we go. And you know, I moved him a little bit around too, right up in here. So I have to be careful of doing that when I'm using archival ink. Got to be careful because this is a pretty slick thing right here. I got to be careful that I don't move him too much. He came out okay, but I could have got him clearer like this one if I hadn't moved it around a little bit. So there's that guy, and I think what I want to do with him is to put on some gears. So I have some gears here, and I think I'll just build up a little bit. Put some more gears up here, definitely. Okay, you always kind of want an uneven number. So by me putting the two on top of each other, that becomes one gear. So here's 3 up here, but now I'm back to an even number, so I need to do something else to do one more thing. So maybe should we have this another pen nib, maybe? I don't know. Not so sure about that. How about this? How about a metal corner? Flourish in the corner. Or possibly just one of Tim's smaller corners. It's not as flashy. I don't know. I'm going to turn it right side up so I can look at it right side up. See how I like those things. Kinda like the flashy one. See what else I might have in here. Have a key. Use a key instead of the corner. Maybe. Or have a lock. But then if you have the lock, you kind of need the key. Or I have a wind-up key. That just doesn't look right lying down, though. I really wanted to use that, but I might use it on the side or the top. Oh, I could use it on the top. Well, let's go with the lock, with the keyhole and a smaller key. Not quite such a thick key. I have some keys on a keychain here. Let me turn it around and see what I think. Okay, that's better. I don't know. No, I don't like it. Let's just stick with the gears in the corner. I think that's what I like. You guys be sure and let me know if I should have made a different choice, better choice. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and start gluing these on. Once again with the glossy accents. Put my glue right down there. Put on the gear. Oops, gotta glue that one. Okay, then up here with my gears. And I like to pile the gears on top of each other, just like they'd be in any situation if they were lying somewhere. Okay. My flourish has a foam back on it, but I'm taking that off. And I'm going to put my glossy accents on. Here we go. The only other thing I would like to maybe try are 2 spinners. Let me grab them out of here. I want the small ones, and they're hiding from me. I'm thinking I could do that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. And I'm also going to put a small brad in them to hold them together. And then pull the brad apart. I'm going to put this just about there. And I'm going to just glue that center of the bottom one so that the top one can still move. So there's this little guy. Okay? We got one more to do. Got this one. Oh, here comes my cat walking right through the middle of everything. Say hello to Belle. Oh, and I didn't use these cards with that, so that's okay. Alright, so let me get these stamps out of the way. And I'm going to come in, and I'm going to, let's see, this one. Okay, we'll put that one on, and we'll put Bon Voyage on in the sepia. So, let me grab a small, get the sepia ink back here. Get it inked up nicely. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to try not to move it while I'm pressing. Much better. Okay. And the Bon Voyage, I need my long stamp block for. Ink that up. I'm going to put it along, let's see, along this edge. Alright, see, we're putting our background in. Then I'm going to use the compass. My ink again. So much fun working in a tiny little 6-inch space, isn't it? And I'm going to put my compass right here in the center. Okay. Now that's our background. Now I'm going to pull my ship off, and I'm going for the black archival with this one. I'm going to ink him up very well. There's a lot of surface on this stamp to ink, so I want to make sure I get it well inked. Then I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to be very careful not to move this around while I'm pressing, because there is so much ink on this stamp. Pull it straight up. It's fabulous. Exactly what I wanted it to be. Okay? So now I'm going to come back. Before I do that, I'm going to hit this one. The last thing I want to do is smear all those archival inks. I'm going to start in with my vintage photo, go around the edges. I might need a new foam thing when I'm done with this rough burlap, but maybe not. Put a little here and there in the middle. While that's drying, I'll go with the black next, the black strip. Put in my corners. And then straight down on the edge. Okay. And last, come back in with the evergreen bough and put in that patina. That pretty green that makes it look so nice and aged. A little in here, a little in there. Alright. I'm going to put any embellishments on this. I wish that I had the compass token. I don't have those right now, but I do have these really nice clock pieces. So I think I'll use one of those and a spinner. Well, gotta have one that fits. That's still a little large. Finding the right size and the right color. Whoop. Here comes my cat again. She might come right straight across everything once again. Before I find the right size. Well, I'm just coming up with the same thing over and over, aren't I? Okay, I got one more I can try. And there we go. And here comes Belle again. Welcome to Belle. She doesn't care. Alright, so I need my brad. And I'm going to put it into the center of the spinner and then into the center of my clock. And it's going to fall right back out again. And on the back, I'll splay out the sides. Easier said than done, evidently. Okay. And I'm going to put this, not sure where. Oh my goodness, Belle, come on. I'm going to put her on the top of my chair. That's where she likes to be. Oh, how about, yeah, over here. That looks right, in this corner. And, let's see. maybe another of these small corners. Go ahead and bend it down. Yeah, that'll work. That will work. I'm not going to put a whole lot of embellishment on this one because it doesn't seem to really need it. I could maybe put a fleur-de-lis somewhere. Yeah, that would be good. That works. But I think I'd rather have the bronze one. There we go. And a small crown. Let's go with the fleur-de-lis. I'm going to take my Tim Holtz scissors and I'm going to cut off the ring on the top of it. And then I'm going for my glossy accents again. This has an open back, so I'm just going to go around it and try to get my glue on those edges here. Okay, and put this down right there. I'm also going to glue this, but I need to flatten it some more. So, got some needle nose pliers, and so I'm going to use those on my edges and flatten this down some more. Okay. Put this up here. I want to glue my timepiece down. Being careful not to glue the... See, this way, then my spinner still works, still moves. Okay, and that one's finished as well. Okay, so I hope you like these ideas. I hope you will get one of these sets of burlap panels. You could make a wall hanging. You could, a wall grouping. You could give 3 separate gifts. You could do a lot with these. You could do 4 separate gifts or a wall hanging. I will put a picture in of the one that my granddaughter Hannah made. So you guys all have a great week, and I will see you next week. Bye.